So let's dive into our teaching for today. I don't want to stay too long, but I'll just review from number one of what makes people rich and richer. I'll try not to make comment on the first nine because we've covered it. Number one, they have special insight into money matters. I hope I don't make comment. Number two, when they invest strategically. Not just hear that, oh, you can turn 20 to 40 and they throw their money without asking questions. Number three, they have access to information which is not available to everybody. It's amazing. People go to the bank all the time to use their ATM card to withdraw money, but they don't know that in the same bank, something is being sold called treasury bills, which they can buy and which will give interest on their money over time because the treasury bill was issued by the government. Number four, the wealthy network and have relationships. The poor people, their relationships are based on funny reasons. And we come from the same village. We live in the same neighborhood. We have the same kind of likeness. The rich do not relate that way. They network. They build platforms. As I was about to board the plane, a man with whom we had flown some 20-something years ago saw me and took my number. He's a very wealthy man. I hope he calls. I was just trying to be cool. I didn't want to press. I said, I've given you my number. You call me. This guy owns a jetty. What is a jetty? Where ships berth. This guy owns a whole jetty in the country of Nigeria. Now, and the guy is already like 77. His daughter runs the place. I could always call him if I have somebody to work there, etc. Number five, the wealthy know that time and compounded interest returns your money. They are not in a rush. They don't put money in savings account where interest is not compounded. They leave it in the kind of account where it compounds. And when profit is declared, they don't withdraw the profit. They say profit and money invested, roll it over again. Number six, they have entrepreneurial spirit. Some people just have a walk spirit. An entrepreneurial spirit is the spirit that makes you see profitability in everything, business in everything, not just work. Number seven, they have financial education. We would repeat this again at some point. In other words, just as you are on the Wealth Masterclass platform, they pay to be taught. I think I probably have 1,000 books on the matter of finance. And still I keep studying anywhere I can find information. So I can impact you who is on the Wealth Masterclass and I can impact my own life. Number eight, they think bigger than everyone else. They don't stay in a tiny zone. Number eight, they solve bigger problems. Number nine, they have money ready for opportunities. This is a major challenge. I put myself, even me who's talking to you, I put myself there. When a lot of money came from the first sale of Macarius luxury place land, I overinvested. Can you believe that? That there's something called overinvestment. So right now we own land all over the place. It will eventually gain value and bring back another lots of value and money, but illiquidity is not a joke. And when I say illiquidity, depends on your level. If you are spending the currency of the country of Nigeria and you need 1 billion Nigerian currency to do works, to do electrical works, to do road works, and you have 100 million, you tell yourself, I am broke. Somebody else, if they hear 5 million, they are dancing rumba, they are dancing azonto, they are dancing makosa, they are dancing shaku shaku. have money ready for opportunities. One of the reasons for always having liquid is because the rich know that new opportunities will come. New opportunity. If you know how many people have knocked on my door, we have a land here, we want to sell to you. We have a land here, we want to sell to you. And I know the value. I know the opportunity. I know what I can turn it to. But if you don't have liquidity, you're having trouble. So one of the things the rich do is that in all their spending, they still make sure there is an emergency money somewhere that hunger does not touch, a new car does not touch. New car does not touch. So, what makes the rich richer? They always have money ready for opportunity. Number 10, they have value based long term investments which they don't touch. What is value based long term investments? So here I am. When money came and I could have bought some cars for myself. One of the things I did was buy small apartments, which I want to put in a trust for my grandchildren. I'm about to talk to a people who will help us manage it in an Airbnb situation. You see, that's a value-based long-term investment. The kids are still tiny, or you've already invested, and as maybe money comes from the Airbnb, we'll plow it back again and buy more and buy more and buy more. So you are creating a generation that if they are smart, they also can create a generation. I can only think of one family in the country of Nigeria that have created 6th-generation wealth. There was a man called Dantata. He was the first to own £1,000,000. He was the sole exporter of ground nut from Nigeria. Sometimes you might look at some things and see them as small. Volume matters. Did you know if you are the sole supply of just water to the city where you are, you can be a millionaire? Not even the city. If you are the sole supply of water to a refugee camp and you are being paid by the United Nations, if there are 200,000 refugees there and you are required to supply 100,000 bottles of water in the morning, 100,000 bottles of water in the afternoon, 100,000 bottles of water in the evening, and you did it for 6 months, you will be a fool to remain poor. Although in our teaching later, you see that some people, when that kind of flow comes, they don't know how to transmit from poor to rich, from rich to richer, and then from richer to wealthy. Because a rich man is not yet a wealthy man. So value-based means that you need to have some investment that are long-term. They don't yield now, but they yield and then they increase in value. Some of the apartments I invested for my grandchildren, at the time I paid for them, 2 years ago, they were 35 million Nigerian currency. They are now 65 million. That's the one I bought 45 million. It is now 90 million. We haven't even put tenants there. The thing is increasing in value. Increasing in value. The other day I went to look at another set of 4. I think I bought those ones. I don't even know how much I bought them. Something like maybe 35 each. Each one of them is now 70 million and they are 95% done. No, 65 million each. And they are 95 million done. You don't think this way, you remain forever poor. You want to prove yourself to everybody. A lot of people do not realize it is better to catch the bus and the train. Don't own a car. Put the money in some investment. In fact, I teach people to own properties, but you cannot believe that we only had a temporary house in Africa. Even that temporary house brought money. We bought the land and built. Both land and building was 55 million. We sold it 120 or 150 million. So it is now that we really have a house, but this is after owning almost 1,300 to 500 acres of land, never built. Because the money that builds you a house and show off will have bought you lands that appreciated. That appreciated. So please, if you forget everything we teach today, never forget this number 10. They have value based long term investments which they don't touch. And please, ladies in particular, don't invest in bags and say, oh, they increase in value. No matter how much a Birkin bag increases in value, it cannot carry the same value appreciation of gold or value appreciation of land or value appreciation of stocks and shares in the Fortune 500 company in the US or the FTSE 100 in the United Kingdom.